ano, ito po ba talagang operation para may aalis dito ang ating dating Pangulo? Kanino po ba? Kasi kami pinopuwersa kami lahat ng mga supporter ni Digong na i-contempt po kayo. Pero hindi po namin ginagawa. Sapagkat ang order, walang order sa amin na ipa-contempt kayo. Kung galing lang to kay PRRD o galing kay BP na pa-contempt kayo, contempt kita, boss. Baka ako pa magsabi na ako hahatak sa'yo. Pero hindi ko ginagawa, boss. Kasi walang order sa amin na gawin sa inyo yan. Ang natatandaan lang po namin na sinabi ni PRRD na malinaw na ginagawa ng pulis ang order sa kanila. Kaya po namin kayo nirirespeto, sir, dahil yun ang sinabi ng boss namin. Yun ang sinabi ng chairman ng PDP na ginagawa lang ng pulis ang trabaho nila. Pero sana naman, sir, isipin din natin kung anong itinanim ni PRRD sa bansang ito. Nilabanan natin ng komunista. Talaga bang yan ba talaga ang kapalaran ng mga presidenteng lumalaban sa komunista? Isang in-exile, isang sinurrender? Ano pa po talaga itong bansa natin? Tayo po ba'y demokratiko talaga? Tayo po ba'y under control ng komunista? Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Senator Robin Hood Padilla. At mabalik tayo dito sa obstruction of justice na hindi namin maintindihan. Pagkat yung paglalagay nga ng upuan, parang hindi naman yun sapat para sa Section 1 ng PD 1829. Ang liwaliwanag, nakalista ron kung paano. So, parang wala namang basehan para arestuhin si E.S. Medialdea. It's just blocking you. Sabi mo, palibasa malaking tao, naglagay ng upuan. Ganun ba yun? Yes, General Torre. Yun na yun. Talagang yun na yung base mo.
Ma'am, he has been doing that for the past 10 hours, preventing us from physically taking custody of the president, of the former president. So,
Physically? Kasi
Yes,
nakita
ma'am.
naman namin tsaka lang tumayo tapos kumuha ng upuan. So, did you actually arrest E.S. Medialdea in order to threaten or coerce PRRD to get on the plane?
I
Nananakot
threatened,
po kayo or baka naman kayo ang nananakot, hindi naman si
the word
E.S.
threatened may not be
Medialdea.
appropriate at this time, ma'am. I just arrested E.S. Medialdea based on the facts that I see at that time, which is obstruction of justice.
Sa anong paraan na hinahadlangan ni E.S. Medialdea yung proseso? Kasi hindi ko maintindihan, hindi ko talaga makita.
He is physically restraining us from taking custody with the
I
president.
don't see him touching you. Wala dyan sa video, hindi ka naman hinahawakan.
Nasa gitna siya, ma'am, namin. He is
ang
placing
dami-dami
himself.
naman ninyo, kayang-kaya ninyong paligiran yung tao So palagay ko, paikot-ikot tayo dito sa istorya kung hindi naniniwala na may obstruction of justice. As a matter of fact, bakit hindi ninyo dinala si E.S. Medialdea sa kulungan nung gabing yun? Kasi pinusasan mo na, nag-Miranda rights ka na, ba't hindi mo dinala sa preso?
I have the option to file the case which way I deem appropriate at that time, ma'am. At ang nakita ko, dahil siya ay sumama sa former president sa eroplano, I would just file the case later at the time. Depende na rin sa akin yun, ma'am, bilang arresting officer, whether I would like to
Lahat yun
pursue the
pwedeng
case or
gawin ng
not.
arresting officer, sigurado
ma'am.
ka?
Yes, ma'am.
Kasi, di ba, arrested person, 1 minute si E.S. Medialdea. Pagkatapos, di mo naman dinala sa kulungan. Ang ginawa mo, sinakay mo sa eroplano, naging pasahero sa Hague. Paano nangyari yun? Tumakas ba siya sa kustodiya mo? Pinatakas mo ba? Rinilis mo ba? Ano nangyari doon? Inaresto mo tapos rinilis. Anong klase yun?
Those are decisions made in the context ng situation during the time, ma'am. So, sumakay siya sa eroplano,
Teka lang.
pinasakay namin siya.
When did you release him? Kasi di ba nakaposas na nga
Yes,
siya.
ma'am.
Tapos binasahan ninyo at inaresto. Gaano katagal siyang arestado?
Actually, ma'am, nilagyan ko lang siya ng posas nang inaresto ko siya.
Oo.
And then, hindi nga niya mailagay ang kanyang kamay
Tama.
sa likod dahil na medyo malaki siya.
Oo.
So, even before we took less than 10 steps, hindi pa kami nakalabas dun sa pintuan ng room na yun, ma'am, hindi ko na ikinabit ang isa pang posas. And then, when he was in the bus, tinanggal ko na yung posas at pinasakay si Ms. Mijaldea. Sabi ko, maraming salamat sir, antayin mo na muna ang presidente dito sa bus para sabayan mo siya papunta sa eroplano.
Ang sinasabi niyo, diskarte mo na yon.
Yes, ma'am.
Diskarte mo. Pero hindi ba maliwanag na kapag arestado yung isang tao, hindi pwedeng palayain kung walang court order na naman? At saka kailangan may legal basis. Kahit may obligasyon ka, arestuhin because a crime is being committed in front of you. Hindi ba Article 223 yan ng ating revised penal code, infidelity in the custody of prisoners?
I am
Bakit
the
mo
arresting
pinalaya biga?
I am the arresting officer, ma'am, and I have the option to file the case which way I want it. Whether I will present him for inquest or I will go a regular filing on the prosecutor's
But having
office.
arrested him, you cannot just release him. Bawal yun, di ba? Nasa revised penal code po, infidelity in the custody of prisoners. He's already a prisoner. You may also have violated your precious Article 125 for failing to deliver E.S. Medialdea to the proper authorities within 18 hours. A provision that you're very familiar with. Di ba sinabi ninyo, mamalasin naman kayo pag hindi ninyo sinurrender. Ba't hindi mo ginawa?
Again, ma'am, those are judgment calls that I made to ensure
not
the accomplishment
judgment
of my
calls.
mission.
They are procedures.
They're the law.
They are
Yes, ma'am.
procedures.
I made that judgment call, the decision to just release him and bring him on the plane based on the prevailing situation as I saw it during the time. I think that's the most prudent. I really thought at that time that's the most prudent thing to do to ensure that the primary mission of bringing the president to The Hague is accomplished.
So to your mind, General Torre, you are empowered by law to release an arrested person without any order of any court. You're given the authority to arrest the person, release him kung gusto mo. Basta ikaw ang magdidiskarte. Ganun lang yon. Wala kang pakialam sa batas, sa revised penal code, sa lahat ng pinagbabawal. Ganun ba yun?
That's not the context that I made those decisions, ma'am. That's
Sasabi
not
lang
in those contexts.
saan ka naman nakakita, inaresto mo yung tao, tapos isasakay mo, papuntang Hague. Anong klase yun? Nandito pa ba si Attorney Delgra? Sa online?
I'm here.
Andito pa pala si Attorney Delgra. Sige, tatanong ko lang, kasi nakita namin yung video, pakita lang yung video, kung saan kinakaladkad si Attorney Delgra ni General Torre. General Torre, gumamit ka ba ng dahas laban sa sinuman na nandun sa Villamor? Kasi nakita namin nagkakaladkad ka eh.
Ayun, kanina pa eh. Hindi naman dapat, ilan ang hinuli ngayong araw na ito, sir? Sa iba-ibang mga krimen. Ilan ang binigyan ng ganitong... Kasi nandito kayo lahat eh. Nag-iisang tao. Ilan ang binigyan ng ganitong tao. Ang dami krimen sa labas. Sa gawin kayo namin.
Sir, hindi kami humingi ng floor. Just invoke Article 59. Bakit hindi yan magawa-gawa?
Dahil,
That's precisely the point that I'm saying.
Ano
That's
sa naman
precisely
yan? Pero, stress na, bawal hawakan.
ano yung binigyan ng
Bawal hawakan! Bawal hawakan. Pwede ko na lang. Bawal
The right to counsel is something that has to be observed and respected. Kasi nga,
lawyer.
Huwag na tayo.
kami,
Lawyer, pag hawakan. Wag mo hawakan.
Attorney, please, man.
kayo mga
General Torre, anong masasabi ninyo dito?
Next.
Hindi ba yung pagtanggal ng upuan at pagkaladkad, paggagamit ng dahas? Si
Ma'am,
Attorney Delgra ba, tinakot ka ba? Nagbanta ba sa'yo o sa fellow officers mo? Physically, he was hindering you na naman from bringing PRRD to the plane. Bakit niyo ginawa yan?
Ma'am, thank you very much for again showing that video for us, for giving us a chance to clarify the context of that video. Yan nga ma'am, kitang-kita naman natin kung hindi natin ginawa yon. Sasama ba ng kusa si President Duterte na sasakay sa eroplano kung hindi natin i-escalate ang ating
Ang
mga...
sinasabi niyo, General Torre, gawain at tamang gawain ng kapulisan ang magbanta, kaladkarin at gumamit ng dahas sa sino mang iaarestuhin nila?
Ma'am, may time na nga inaaresto natin, tinututukan pa natin ng baril eh. So that is
Eto,
in the force continuum.
kaya okay to.
Ibig sabihin ma'am, presence lang natin, kausapin lang natin, that's the first step, okay yan. Hindi nag-comply, lalabas tayo ng non-lethal weapon. Hindi pa rin nag-comply, we escalate on the other tactics that is deemed necessary and allowed by law na gamitin
Allowed by
natin.
law? Sigurado ka ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Talaga?
That is part allowed by law and by regulations, the appropriate measures to ensure that the person is taken into physical custody.
Teka muna, hindi mo
Reasonable
naman
necessity, ma'am.
inaaresto si Attorney Delgra. Ano ba yung sinasabi mo?
Ma'am,
Hindi naman si Attorney Delgra inaaresto eh.
inaalis ko siya actually, ma'am.
Bakit si Delgra pinag-iinitan mo at pinagbuhatan ng kamay, kinaladkad kung sa
Actually, ma'am, inaalis ko na siya so that other people can actually ask the president to stand up
Pero
and go to the
tinakot mo siya eh.
plane.
Hinila-hila mo eh.
Yes, ma'am. Because hindi naman siya aalis kung hindi natin gagawin sa kanya yon.
Tinakot ba ninyo, Attorney Delgra? Naging
If I may, Madam President, Madam Chair.
Yes, Attorney Delgra, nandiyan pa kayo?
Apo, I've been listening to the answers of General Torre. Mali ata yung context na sinasabi niya. If I may.
Yes, please proceed, Attorney Delgra. Hindi naman kayo
Thank
inaaresto.
you, Madam
Bakit
Chair.
kayo binantaan? Bakit kayo kinaladkad? Hindi namin maintindihan.
Tama po, Madam Chair. Pati po ako, hindi ko rin maintindihan kung bakit ginawa ni General Torre sa akin yun. No? But what we have been saying, si ES Migueldea, pati po ako, nandun sa tabi ng dating Pangulo, ina-advise po namin siya as our counsel to invoke what the legal remedies available to him. Yung pong una, yung sinasabi ko na rin dito sa video, yung Article 59 ng Rome Statute na kailangan siyang dalhin doon sa competent judicial authority ng custodial state. And the former president understood it very well. And that's the reason why he keeps on telling General Torre na dalhin siya sa korte. Pangalawa, which General Torre has not amplified a bit. Earlier, as mentioned, the doctor was able to get in and the doctor herself said that there is a medical emergency na kailangan i-admit ang dating Pangulo sa hospital. And we have said that a number of times, me personally, to General Torre, and he has repeatedly denied the request. Yun po ang katotohanan dyan patungkol doon sa rights ng dating Pangulo that he be brought to the hospital for a medical emergency. At one time, we even have an exchange with General Torre, and I hope he will admit this before the committee. I asked him na may medical emergency and he was asking for a medical abstract. Sabi ko, we don't have a medical abstract because the situation is fluid. We just learn about it now. You want to talk to the doctor? He doesn't want to talk to the doctor who was already there examining the former president. And that's how it happened. As it turned out, we knew all along that he will never be taken out of Villamor except into the plane and onto the Hague. Yun talaga ang plano. And he has in fact admitted it already in the interviews and before the Senate committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, General Torre. May isasagot po ba kayo dyan? Dahil eto nga, nagbanta ba si Attorney Delgra sa inyo o sa mga opisyal ninyo? Was he physically hindering you from bringing PRRD to the plane? Was he committing a crime? Yes, General Torre. Bakit siya kinaladkad? Hindi namin maintindihan.
As Attorney Delga has himself admitted, sinasabi niya may medical emergency, may mga opinion ng doctors niya, which is contrary to the opinion of our doctors. And I think we can put that to rest already na walang medical emergency because the President himself, before he landed on a plane, made a video, sent to her daughter, posted on the internet, saying that he's okay. So, I think talagang ngayon,
Hindi ang
nasubstantiate
pasyente
natin,
nagsasabi noon, ang doktor po.
nasubstantiate-
Na personal choice, by the way.
nasubstantiate
Hindi
natin,
yung,
ma'am,
army doctor.
na wala nga talagang medical emergency. And
Balik
you have the
tayo kay
hindsight
Attorney
of a
Delgra.
2020 vision, 2020.
Okay lang yung collateral damage, yung mga katabi ni Presidente Duterte. Okay lang na saktan, arestuhin, na walang kasalanan yung mga katabi at nandyan para lang sumuko si PRRD.
Ma'am, I do believe that everything that I did during the time are all within the ambit of the law. Kung ngayon, kung may mga taong gusto magreklamo at ireklamo ako, I can answer them on the proper forum if they file the appropriate charges in court. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Attorney Delgra, did you think you were going to be the next to be arrested? Ang sinabi
Yes,
ninyo
Madam
kasi
Chair. After,
ang sinabi
ES
ni General Torre nung nakaraang hearing, nung first hearing, you are going to arrest Attorney Delgra. Tama po?
After I arrested A.S. Mijaldea, ma'am, when I came back to the room, I told him, you're the next. So he stepped out and then left PRRD and PRRD said, let's go.
Tinakot mo na, bakit hindi mo inaresto si Attorney Delgra?
He already stopped preventing me from doing my job. So umalis na siya.
How was
There's no
he
need for me.
preventing you? Hindi namin makita sa video, Attorney Delgra. You stopped preventing him. What exactly were you doing that prevented him?
Perhaps if I may recall, just a few minutes before that, Madam Chair, sinabi ni General Torre na inaresto niya na si E.S. Mijaldea at ako na yung susunod. Sa totoo lang, pagkatapos niya, and then eventually, 5 minutes thereafter, sumunod na si former President. And which is not true. Kasi pagkatapos nung umalis na si E.S. Mijaldea, nagbanta pa si General Torre na hihilain ko yan, hihilain ko yan. I was still there beside the President. And actually, I did not left the side of the President. I was pulled out by one of the PNP personnel away from the President. And that's shortly thereafter, few seconds thereafter, they were able to secure the body of the former President. Ando na, maraming mga PNP na who surrounded the former President. And that was when I realized that they were able to secure the former President. And I realized then that he would now be brought to The Hague, as what General Torre has been telling us throughout the day that he will do it.
So, obstruction of justice ang sinasabi ninyo tungkol kay Attorney Delgra at kay E.S. Mijaldea, pero hindi na inaresto si Attorney Delgra. Tama po ba? Kasi sumakay na si PRRD sa eroplano.
Yes, ma'am.
Kung tutuusin, hindi na kailangan magbuhat ng kamay, magkaladkad, hilain. Kasi sumama naman pala eh.
After I made it very, very clear that the escalation of yung aking pag-i-insist na sumunod sila sa aking sinasabi na sumakay si Presidente sa eroplano, ay talagang nakita nilang desidido at determinado tayo doon. So, in
Disidido
fairness
kayo
naman,
hanggang sa nananakot kayo, nagbabanta kayo, nanghihila na kayo, physical na yung hawak ninyo.
for whatever it's worth, ma'am, wala namang umabot. And I would like to give credit to Attorney Delgra and to the former President na hindi na umabot sa ganong level sapagkat sila naman ay sumunod na, si former President ay sumunod na at sumakay sa eroplano after all those things happened.
Pero napakaliwanag sa ating revised penal code, sa obstruction of justice, napakaliwanag rin sa manual ng PNP na dapat walang force, violence, threat, intimidation, or other means to vitiate the free will of the arrested person. So, bawal pa rin yun, di ba, sa manual ninyo? Bawal talaga yung paggagamit ng dahas, pananakot, pambabanta. Bawal yun eh.
Ma'am, the word there is reasonable force. Ang bottom line ng context ng lahat ng yan ay reasonable force. Kaya nga,
Was it reasonable given that Attorney Delgra was just sitting there and saying that Article 59 should apply? Bawal ba magsalita?
tapos na yung panahon na yun, ma'am, ng pagkipag-argumento. Sinabi ko rin sa kanila dyan, ma'am, kung hindi nila sinabi dyan sa...
Yun ang nagbigay ng
sa-
taning. Ba't nagmamadali?
sa mga video na
Palagay ko
gabing-gabi na
ang
yan,
mga
ma'am, no?
karapatan eh, walang taning.
Ang sabi ko nga dyan, ma'am, is, again, I will reiterate it to this forum, hindi ito ang lugar para tayo makipag-argumento sa batas. Ito ay panahon na ini-implement namin ang warrant at dapat sumakay na si PRRD sa eroplano. Kung may
Paano
reklamo kayo, asuntuhin nyo na lang kami. And again, I would like to reiterate that standpoint na I do believe personally that everything that I did was within the ambit of the law, and kung may magreklamo man, kung may mga tao mga nasaktan, they are always welcome to file the appropriate charges in the proper forum, and so that we can
Sa
discuss
anumang
about it.
pamamaraan,
We
basta
can-
maaresto mo. Parang ganun ang sinasabi
As long as
ko,
there
no?
is reasonable force, we use reasonable force. And yun nga ang sinasabi namin kung andito si Senator Bato, alam yan, lecture yan ang force continuum. Yun ang basically force continuum is the one that mandates yung
Yung force continuum mo palapad ng palawak. Sabi ko, di ba sabi mo, ang mission mo, arestuhin lang ang dating Pangulo. Bakit pati si E.S. Medialdea, si Attorney Delgra, hindi naman bahagi ng mission mo yon? Di ba escalation na to ng mission? Lumawak na lang ng lumawak. Pati yung iba, dinamay-damay na wala namang kinalaman doon. Inaresto na, kinaladkad na, tinakot na. Tama ba yun?
nakita nyo naman, ma'am, si Attorney Delgra pa lang hinawakan ko, bigla na lang pumasok na si Kitty. Lalo na siguro pag andyan sila at pinatayo na ang presidente at dalhin
Ako
na sa
naman,
plane.
General, sasabihin nyo sa akin, takot ka sa babae.
Escalation of force lang, ma'am, ang tama lang namin. Tama
Kahit
lang
sa
na
babae?
yung appropriate force lang. Yung appropriate force lang. O delikado
Hindi naman
nga,
si
ma'am.
PRRD yan Hindi naman yan ang mission order mo. Ang mission order mo si PRRD, hindi lahat ng kalakip na at kalapit niya.
Anyway, ma'am, as I said, we'll just, kung may mga gustong magreklamo doon na sa tingin nila ay nalabag ang kanilang mga karapatang pantao, we committed mistakes, let's...
May edad na rin si Attorney Delgra. May sakit si E.S. Medialdea. Tingnan mo naman yung nakaharap sa kanila. Kaya ba nilang pigilan kayong mga pulis na arestuhin si PRRD kung ninais ninyo? Tingnan naman ninyo yung
Yes,
itsura.
yes.
Di ba, libo-libo yan Ang pinagmalaki pa, 7,000 ang handa.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, they were successful in preventing us from taking custody of the president for 10 hours. Nung in-escalate na lang namin at inalis na namin sila sa scene, saka pa lang namin nagawa ang aming mission.
Pinagbawalan kami mag-contempt at sinabihan kami na wag na lang. Kaya hahayaan ko na lang kahit labo-labo yung kwento po ninyo. Magtiisan po tayo pero hindi talaga ako natutuwa dahil hindi nagsasabi ng totoo at iba-iba yung sagot. Napakahirap ng ganito. Dumating nga kayo. Hindi naman pala handa magsabi ng katotohanan. Punta na natin yung hindi napunta nun dati, Prosecutor Fadulion, nabanggit ni Attorney Delgra yung Article 59. At sinabi ng DOJ, paulit-ulit, na the Rome Statute does not apply. Prosecutor Fadulion seems to think otherwise. Your March 12 certification repeated it not once but twice. And I'd like to know, when did you issue that certification, which is dated March 12, but which you now say is a mistake?
It was issued on March 12, 2025, Madam Chair. Sorry? March 12, 2025, in the afternoon.
So you issued it on March 12. Hindi ba dapat bago ma-aresto?
No, ma'am. The certification is supposed to attest to the fact that the DOJ was there to ensure that the arrest of the former president was done without his rights being violated. We were there. We were personally present when the
Yes,
arrest was made.
nakita namin sa video.
Opo. So, ito pong certification ay pinagawa po dahil sa kakailanganin daw po ito sa pagdala kay former president or pag-receive sa kanya pagdating po doon sa Hague. That was the reason why
Hindi namin maintindihan kasi March 12 na umaksyon yung DOJ samantalang sinasabi ni Secretary Remulla kanina na siya nag-order. Paano nagkaganon? Yung order nahuli pa sa March 12, yung aresto March 11.
Let me clarify, Madam Chair. The certification is supposed to certify to the fact that the former president was arrested, and his date of arrest was on March 11, 2025. Now, erroneously, it was indicated there as March 12, 2025. The certification that we will be presenting to you later was prepared in the afternoon of March 12 to certify and attest to the fact that the former president had in fact been arrested on March 11, 2025. And this was sent to Ambassador Lacanilao for the purpose of him presenting it when the president reached The Hague.
Okay, we've read the March 12 certification. You cited Article 59 of the Rome Statute. Why did you cite it?
We cited it, ma'am, because in the looking at the warrant of arrest as well as the diffusion notice, it made reference to certain provisions of Article 59 of the Rome Statute insofar as the things or matters that had to be attested to. So inilagay lang po namin yun para po makumpleto po or to, how would I say it, to cover all bases that all the requirements that were needed were actually complied with.
Eh, yung pala eh. Mismo yung ating prosecutor, sinasabi yung Article 59 will apply. Bakit dinisregard ninyo, General Torre, nung isinisigaw ni Attorney Delgra yung Article 59? Parang sinabi ninyo na it does not apply, tuloy-tuloy pa rin kayo at binaliwala ninyo yung pakiusap niya yung Article 59.
Ma'am, I always refer the legal issues to the DOJ.
No, nandun ka na eh. Andun na si Attorney Delgra, nakikisuyo na yung Article 59 will apply. Ibig sabihin, magkaroon ng counsel, dalhin sa korte na Pilipino, at yung iba pang mga patakaran na nakasaad dun sa Article 59. Eh sinasabi na nga nung abogado, sinabi pati ng DOJ ngayon, eh bakit binaliwala mo?
That is something that I cannot decide on at that time, ma'am, and the DOJ is there. I refer everything to them. I defer to their legal opinion. And the order has not changed. The order is still bring the president to the plane that will bring him to The Hague.
So yung Article 59, hindi ninyo alam yon. Sa madaling sabi.
I know that it is a legal question, ma'am. That's why I refer it to the DOJ. That's something that I will not decide upon.
I don't see you referring to anyone. Nakita ko talagang sabi nga ninyo, diskarte na ninyo yon kasi nandun ka, ikaw yung lead officer. Eh di dapat desisyonan mo na. Eh wala ka namang sinasabi doon na talagang i-refer mo na natin sa DOJ. Hindi ka naman huminto ng ganon. Basta tuloy-tuloy ka lang. Parang binaliwala mo nga yung sabing Article 59. Bakit ganon?
There's no change in order at that time, ma'am. So the mission is still the same. Bring the president to The Hague through
Madam
that
Chair.
plane.
Yes, Senator Bato, please.
He has been telling all the time, telling this committee that the order did not change. Kaya nga, pinaklaro ko dito, yung order na yan, galing kay Chief PNP. No? Nadalhin talaga siya sa dahig. Did it ever cross your mind na mag-isip-isip ka? Itong order na ito, legal ba ito? Am I not violating any provision of the Constitution, yung ginagawa kong ito? Kung sinusunod ko itong order na ito? Hindi mo naisip
Since
yan?
the time up to this point, sir, that question never crossed my mind that this could be illegal. First and foremost, the DOJ team is with me. The Prosecutor General is with me. The Chief of the Philippine National Police is with me. So I don't think there's any reason for me to have any doubt on the legality of the order.
How about yung violation sa Bill of Rights na ginawa ninyo?
Again, sir, the DOJ is with me, the Chief PNP is with me, so I really don't have any reason to believe on the or question the legality of the order, sir. So I do believe up to this point, since we started this operation, that
Pero
everything that we
dinig na
did is
dinig
within the
namin.
bounds of the law.
Naku,
Continue.
General Torre, dinig na dinig namin paulit-ulit si Attorney Delgra, Article 59. At nalilito kami, ba't hindi mo tinawagan yung DOJ? Teka, may Article 59 na sinasabi. Abogado ka ba?
Ma'am, speaking of the DOJ, Attorney Fadulion, the Prosecutor General, was there.
Andun kayo at sinagot ninyo yung sinisigaw ni Attorney Delgra na Article 59 ng Rome Statute po.
We were there, Madam Chair, and we heard everything. Pero if I may be allowed po to put things in proper context, kasi yung tinitingnan po nating video is just a portion or a snippet of what actually happened.
Tagal na po namin iniintay yung buo pero wala namang ibinibigay.
Ma'am, hindi po, maari po siguro nating hingin yan dun sa mga kapulisan because meron naman po sila mga body-worn cameras the whole time that the incident...
Matagal na po namin iniintay at hinihingi.
At any rate po, ma'am, if I may, yun nga po, yung nakikita po nating video at ang ipinapakita po, ay isang portion lamang po nung nangyari nung buong araw na yon. Now, yung sinasabi po ninyo na if si General Torre exerted unreasonable force, it was not, if you look at that video on its face, kung yun lamang po, it would appear that way. But if you look at how it escalated from the time that they were brought there up until the time that the arrest was effected, you will understand, or we will all begin to understand what it is that actually transpired. Hindi naman po yan sabihin natin na pagpasok po o tuwing pumapasok si General Torre, namimwersa o nananakot o nagbabanta. Marami pong beses at saksi ho kami doon sa pangapakiusap at pagpapasensya ni General Torre the entire time that the warrant was being effected.
Sinasabi po ninyo, Prosecutor Fadulion, naubos na yung pasensya, kaya wala nang karapatan.
Hindi ko po sinasabing naubos yung pasensya.
Parang ganun kasi sabi, gabi na eh. Ang tagal na eh.
Yun ho yung perspective ni General Torre. Pero sinasabi ko po, from an observer's point of view who was there, yung proseso po ay sinunod at mahaba hong panahon ang pinadaan bago po tayo dumating dun sa punto na kinailangan ng gawin ni General Torre na siguro pagsabihan at nung hindi sumunod ay pinusasan si former ES Medialdea at para lamang po maihiwalay sila kay former President Duterte na yun ang kanila pong gustong makuha. Kasi po, hindi po nakikita ron na ang sinasabi natin, tumayo lamang naman, naglagay lang naman ng upuan. Hindi po ganun ang nangyari.
Yun ang nakikita sa video eh.
Exactly,
Wala
ma'am.
namang ginamit na dahas, wala namang sigawan, wala namang pagbabanta.
Yes, but
Hindi naman tumulak.
prior to that, Madam Chair, there were instances when the things that sina General Torre wanted to do were being impeded. So, I would understand also from the perspective of General Torre, he had a mission that he had to implement and accomplish. He could not do it because of the so many dilatory tactics that were employed. So dumating po dun sa punto na nagkainitan at maintindihan ko rin po na kung kailangan pusasan, dahil po hindi naman ho yun ang ultimate na objective niya. Nakiusap ho muna. Nung hindi po sumagot o tumugod dun sa pakiusap, dun na po umabot sa punto na kailangan na pong pusasan.
If I may, Madam Chair.
Pagkatapos sa posasan, ay sino po yun? Yes, sa Attorney Delgra. Matapos posasan, rinilis naman. Tapos sinakay sa eroplano, nagtataka ako paano nagkaganon. Ang gulo eh. So, Attorney Delgra, please.
Yes po, Madam Chair. I take exception to the statement PD Padalion. Yung phrase na it's beyond my pay grade, I heard it from him. I heard it from General Torre and Yusek Nicolas T, whom the first time I met him was inside Villamor Air Base. I also talked to him separately at I appealed to him. Nakikita niyo muna kung anong ginagawa ni General Torre sa ating presidente. disrespecting the president, tinatakot, no? We will do it the hard way or the easy way. We have invoking the medical emergency. We have invoking Article 59. At palagi yung sinasabi nitong tatlo na it's beyond their pay grade. Tell me it is not true, Prosecutor General Padulyon, that you told me
Yes,
that.
Prosecutor,
And then
please.
I asked you, whom will I talk to make sense of all what's happening inside Villamor Air Base? You cannot even tell me the name or any name for that matter na pwede kong kausapin.
May I
And that's the
respond?
reason why I take exception to what he's saying. And to say that may dilatory tactic, alas 2 ng hapon, 3 hours after we arrived there, the plane was not yet ready. So there was no delaying tactic.
Yes, Prosecutor,
truth.
would you like to respond to Attorney Delgra, please?
Yes, Madam Chair. Attorney Delgra did approach me and asked me if I could ask if it would be arranged that the former president be brought to the veterans. Yun po ang pinakiusap niya sa akin. Pero ang sinabi ko po sa kanya, susubukan ko pong itanong, pero wala po yan. Hindi ko po desisyon yan. Dahil ang trabaho po ng Department of Justice doon ay para po tiyakin na ang karapatan ng dating Pangulo ay maprotektahan. Okay? It is incorrect to say that there were no dilatory tactics. Kasi from the very start po, pagdating ng eroplano, nandun pa lang ho sa tube, nagsabi na po sa amin na hindi po sila lalabas kung halimbawa pong wala silang kopya ng warrant. So nang nakuha na ho yung kopya ng warrant, lumabas na po sila at dinala po sila doon sa 250th at kung saan sila pinagpahinga. Nandun na po si Attorney Delgra at that time. There were demands for doctors to be there. PNP had brought in their own doctors. Ang nagiging problema po kasi doon, Madam Chair, is that hindi po pinahihintulutan yung doktor ng PNP na i-counter-check yung findings po ng doktor ng
Nako,
dating Pangulo.
Prosecutor, alam naman ninyo, physician choice ng arrested, hindi ba? Nung
Yes,
tao.
yes, ma'am.
Hindi
And-
naman miski sinong doktor, hihatakin mo. Tapos
Hindi,
yun ang
hindi po namin sinasabi na ipinagbabawal o hindi ho pinapahintulutan yung dating...
Nagbawal. 3-4 na oras bago pumasok. Pinaliwanag ni Senator Bongo, nagiintay sila sa labas.
Hindi ma'am, meron hong nakarating na doktor doon right after, I don't know if it was just before lunch or right after lunch. That's as much as I know. Okay? Pero yung sabihin po na wala hong dilatory tactics, sa dami ho ng pakiusap, magmula nung basahan ni General Torre, si dating Pangulo, marami hong pakiusap na mag-uusap po kasama ang mga abogado. And this happened 2 or 3 times already. Of course, we cannot make decisions also on the requests as far as veterans is
Bakit
concerned.
po kayo may deadline?
Wala po kaming deadline, ma'am.
Sabi mo, matagal ni.
No, ang sinasabi ko ho, ma'am, is that matagal, yung nakikita natin sa video ay kakapraso lamang. Kung titingnan po natin yung kabuuan na kung ano nangyari, malalaman po natin kung bakit nag-escalate o naging ganun po ang pagtrato o pag-handle ni General Torre nung inaresto niya si E.S. Migueldea.
May deadline ba o may time frame ang pag-aaresto?
Wala naman pong deadline, kaya lamang po ang tawag nito, the former president was already placed under arrest. General Torre had his orders to have him boarded on the plane. And I think that was the one that he was trying to make sure that he was able to implement that particular time. A lot of time had already passed since the time na nabasahan po. And it was only around 10 o'clock or past 10 o'clock when it was actually implemented.
Naguguluhan lang kami kasi sinabi ni General Torre, we are going. Unang-una, ma'am, ang reglementary period. Mamalasin naman kami kung hindi namin ginawa ang trabaho namin. Despite your stance na hindi ito warrantless arrest, may warrant kayo. Kaya tatanungin ko na naman si General Torre, please, para maliwanagan tayo, ba't kayo nagmamadali na dalhin sa Hague? At mababiolate ninyo yung Article 125 of the RPC. Ang ibig ba sabihin nun, warrantless arrest ang ginawa natin?
Ma'am, thank you very much for giving me that chance to clarify that 125 statement. Ang nakalagay, ma'am, sa arrested person and with a warrant, deliver to the judicial authority without delay. Yeah. So, ang sa akin, ma'am, is wala lang tayong wala tayong yardstick.
Anong po yung binabasa ninyo?
We're stating
yung
that,
Article 125, puro warrantless lang.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano yung reglementary period? Pag warrantless lang, pag may warrant, hindi ganun.
Pag may warrant, ma'am, is to deliver to the judicial authority that issued that warrant without delay talaga yan, ma'am. So, wala akong yardstick kung paano ko i-define
Pero
without delay.
walang panahon, di
Yes,
ba?
ma'am.
Walang reglementary period.
Yes, ma'am.
So, sinasabi ninyo na nung first hearing na sinasabi ninyo may reglementary period, tama
Hindi
po
reglementary
ba yun? O
period,
hindi?
ma'am. Ginawa lang
Sinabi
nating-
mo mamalasin tayo pag hindi natin ginawa yung trabaho sa reglementary period. Nanggaling sa iyo eh. Nagulat nga
That
ako
could
eh.
be a misstatement that I really thank you for giving me the chance to clarify. Because yung statement sa mga warrant, sa implementation ng warrant, ma'am,
Kasi tinanong pa
To
kita eh,
deliver
anong reglementary period? Nagulat ako eh. Anong period yon? Tapos sabi mo, Article 125. Nasa transcript po natin, page 205. Arian. So anong kaya ang tama ngayon? Bakit tayo nagmamadali kung wala naman deadline? Ito ay arrest with a warrant. Desisyon na po natin. Naku, Senator Bato, pampresinto na ito. Palagay ko, hindi naman pang general itong mga topic na to. Lalo na yung CIDG pa. You know very well ang Article 125 does not apply to arrests with warrants. Di ba? So, either nagsisinungaling or nag-iiwas. Ano ba talaga? General Torre, please sagutin po ninyo, warrantless arrest ba to na may reglementary period? Or arrest with warrant pero nagmamadali kayo dahil sa isang dahilan na hindi masabi?
am I going to answer, ma'am? You're asking me a question? Because I'm saying a while ago, and I think I was cut in the middle of the explanation, that I'm using that 125 just as a yardstick on how to I will look at the requirement of unreasonable. There's no reasonable
Ang sabi
delay
po ninyo,
supposedly.
mamalasin tayo. Ayan mo, mamalasin naman kami pag hindi namin ginawa ang trabaho namin.
Because how do
Po. Yes, General, nalilito ako.
the person arrested with a warrant should be delivered to the judicial authority
Did you
without
do that?
delay, which I did. Ang nagbigay ng warrant, ma'am, ay ang ICC. So, hindi man tayo nag-cooperate sa ICC, but we are cooperating with the Interpol. So, we assisted the Interpol in implementing the warrant. And dapat dalhin siya sa
Alam mo,
judicial
Senator
authority.
Bato, please.
Alam mo, General Torre, masyadong hirap intindihin yung kuan mo, yung justification mo. Hindi tayo nagko-cooperate sa ICC, pero nag-cooperate tayo sa Interpol. Anong basis ng Interpol, di ba, ang warrant ng ICC? So kung hindi mo na-recognize yung ICC, bakit mo sinunod yung pakiusap ng Interpol? Ha? Sabi mo, hindi niyo na-recognize yung ICC.
Sir, for that
Bakit mo
question,
sinunod yung request ng Interpol na napakadali na naman sabihin mo na, sorry, Interpol, we cannot implement that because we do not recognize the jurisdiction of ICC over
Sir.
this country.
Sir, may I?
Yeah.
Sir Senator, ang problema ho kasi dyan, 9851 refers to an international tribunal, not necessarily the ICC. So, for us to surrender him to an international tribunal is within the bounds of the law. Ang nangyari po kasi dito,
At then, sir,
nag-withdraw po tayo sa ICC.
Very clear
Oo,
sinabi mo.
nag-withdraw po tayo sa ICC. Pero hindi po natin nirepeal yung 9851. Kaya ho, andun pa rin po yung kamandag na 9851 para maging basis po ng arrest. Pero kung nag-withdraw tayo sa ICC at nirepeal natin ang 9851, wala ho tayong problema. In the same way, na kung hindi tayo nag-withdraw sa ICC, entitled po sa extradition process ang presidente. Pero dahil nawala na po yung treaty with the ICC, ay hindi na po entitled sa extradition process. So yun po talaga yung nangyayari dito.
Kaya nga, you keep on citing RA 9851. Palagi yung sinasabi yan ang basis mo. Pero very clear naman na yung sinunod mo, yung ginawa ninyo ay binayulit ninyo yung konstitusyon. Ay, sabi mo nga kanina, kung may conflict ang konstitusyon at saka yung statutory law natin, nagpiprevail ang konstitusyon, bakit hindi nyo naisip na sundin ang konstitusyon? Binayulit yung Bill of Rights.
Yung 9851 po kasi, nire-recognize nga po ng 9851 ang International Tribunal. Nire-recognize niya po eh. And it's something that was forgotten in the process of withdrawing from the ICC. Naiwan po yun eh. That's why that option remained for the government to surrender the former president. Pero kung hindi po tayo nag-withdraw sa ICC, ganun din po, he would have been entitled to Article 59 process of the judicial process. Iba-validate po sa court yung warrant.
Alam mo sir, ito ibabalik ko sa iyo yung sinasabi mo. In July 2023, you mentioned in one of your interviews that if the ICC will come to the Philippines, you will consider it as usurpation of authority of the Philippine government and violation of Philippine laws. What are the laws you have in mind during the said interview
ito ho
that
yan,
might be violated by the ICC?
Kasi pagpapasok ko sila rito at preparesahin nila mag-imbestiga, then they will be usurping the power of the DOJ. Or marami ho talaga mabaviolate na usurpation of authority po ang mangyayari dyan. Kaya nga, ano nga ang nangyayari po dito, ang ICC po ay hindi talaga ang kanilang kapangyarihan ay naiwan lamang sa individual at hindi po sa state. Hanggang ngayon po wala silang power over our state. Ang Pilipinas po ay hindi saklaw sa ICC. Dahil nag-withdraw po tayo sa ICC. Pero yun na rin po ang dahilan kung bakit ang Pangulong Duterte ay hindi po kayang i-invoke itong provision ng ICC tungkol sa Article 59 sapagkat nag-withdraw tayo sa ICC, so wala na ho tayong treaty with the ICC. So hindi na ho applicable yun sa atin.
Alam mo sir, ikaw pilit mong hinihiwalay, Madam Chair, yung tao at saka yung state. Di ba? Hinihiwalay mo palagi.
Opo. Kasi may ICJ po eh.
Can you define
Kasi
a
ang
state?
ICJ po for the state.
Sandali lang sir. What is a state? Ano ang elements ng state? Di ba? Ang element ng state is territory, people, sovereignty, ano yung pang-apat? Government. Oh. So yan ang state. Ngayon, bakit mo ihiwala yung population? Diyan sa
Kasi
state na yan.
wala hong power over government
walang state
natin.
kung walang population.
Wala hong power ang ICC over our government.
O kaya
Kasi nga hindi na ho tayo, wala na ho tayong treaty eh.
Over our state.
Kasi nag-withdraw po si President Duterte sa ICC na wala na po ang pwede nilang gamitin na kinakailangan pong dumaan po sa korte dahil nga may treaty. Kaya nga hindi ma-invoke ang extradition eh. Yung nga ho yung naging dilema rito. Yung naging gamot ay naging problema.
Bakit mo sinurrender? Kung hindi nga ma-extradite, isurrender mo
May
pa.
warrant of arrest po eh. May warrant of arrest po over the individual.
Sabi mo naman, hindi natin recognize yung jurisdiction ng ICC. Kung mag-issue sila ng warrant, bakit mo i-implement?
Alam niyo ho, we belong to a community of nations and mahirap na pong talikuran ng ating responsibilidad sa community of nations, especially that we have embraced international humanitarian law through Republic Act 9851.
Mahirap, Madam Chair,
Balikan na lang natin si General Torre o kung okay, Senator Bato. Yes. Balikan natin kasi yung arrest with a warrant, you know very well na arrest with warrant yung sinasabi ninyo. Alin ba talaga, arrest with warrant o warrantless arrest? Asa na ba tayo? Nalito na ako. Di ko na
We have a
masundan
warrant,
eh.
ma'am.
Sorry?
We have a warrant.
You have a warrant. But nevertheless, meron kayong sinasabing reglementary period.
Ma'am, I'm just using it as a yardstick to define yung requirements sa arrest with warrant na delivery of the arrested person to the judicial authority na nag-issue ng warrant without undue delay.
But in reality po, that yardstick does not exist.
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Kasi wala naman deadline pag meron kang warrant, di ba?
I should have delivered him earlier, ma'am, actually, kung tutuusin.
Oh,
Kung
Bakit
hindi, lang ako, ma'am,
earlier pa?
kung hindi ako hinadlangan, ma'am, dapat nadala na kaagad yun sa eroplano.
ganun ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Ilan ang aarestuhin ninyo?
Isa lang naman, ma'am.
E.S. Medialdea,
Isa lang naman, ma'am.
sino-sino pa, si Attorney Delgra. What's the real reason then? Kung hindi naman, sinabi ninyo, hindi naman talaga warrantless arrest. Wala naman talagang reglementary period. May warrant kami galing ICC. What's the reason for the rush to The Hague na hindi man ninyo madala sa isang husgadong Pilipino?
As to the nuances of orders higher than
Wala namang order sa time limit eh.
on the
Ang
orders
sabi
given
lang,
to me.
i-aresto, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Wala namang sinasabi ngayon na, now na. Meron bang ganon?
I just executed the orders given to me, which is to arrest him and bring him to the plane that will bring him to The Hague,
Hindi
ma'am.
pa rin yan ang dahilan kung bakit kayo nagmamadali. Ang taas-taas ng blood sugar ng tao, may edad na. Nakikita naman na hilong-hilo na, natulog nga. Ba't nagmamadali-dalin sa Hague yan? Nadali na ninyo arestado na ninyo Ba't pa ninyong pinipilit na bumiyahe na kaagad-agad? What's the real reason? Kasi kung talagang reglementary period does not apply, yardstick lang, ano talaga yung totoong rason at wala nang iba? Di sana sinabi nyo nung unang pagdinig, malinaw naman na lahat ng simula noong unang pagdinig hanggang ngayon, pilit ninyong iniiwasan, sumagot ng totoo. Ano ba talaga yung dahilan na nagmamadali kayo?
Ma'am, I will reiterate my answers a while ago. The position that my mission is just bring him to the plane that will bring him to The Hague. As to the rush, if you consider it as rush,
It is a
I am
rush.
not in
Kasi
the I am
dapat
not
dadalhin
privy.
pa yan sa husgado, di ba?
That is your that is the
No,
if
that is the law, sir.
If that is the impression that was delivered to you, ma'am, ang sa akin lang is those are beyond my competence to answer. Kung sa tingin niyo rush yan, it's not rush. It's something that I have to do na talagang isakay lang siya sa plane because that is the order that was given to me. As to the other nuances of that order, I may not be able to answer that intelligently or competently.
Yes, baka may maidagdag si Ambassador Lacanilaw. Dahil nandun din kayo, may nakita ba kayo na dahilan kung bakit kailangan pumunta sa The Hague? Total, kayo ang madalas pumunta sa abroad at kinatawan ng Pilipinas. May dahilan ba kung bakit nagmamadali tayo?
Hindi po ako hindi po ako aware o competent para sagutin po yung ganon. Kasi ang sa akin naman ho, ang naging role ko lang yung nung nag-volunteer ako na samahan si former President Muta ICC.
Lahat tayo hindi alam ang dahilan kung bakit nung araw na yon kinailangan talaga isakay at dalhin sa Hague kahit may sakit, kahit may karapatan pumunta sa husgadong Pilipino, kahit hindi pa nakikita ang pamilya, ang doktor, ang abogadong pili, talagang kinakailangan dalhin na talaga sa The Hague.
Ambassador Lacanilaw, I find your answers very misleading Kanina pa, yung sinasabi mo na hindi mo alam na hindi pala siya dinala sa competent court, competent judicial authority. Hindi mo alam. Hanggang ngayon, hindi mo pa rin alam. I'm giving you a chance.
Opo, kung ano po yung, Mr. Senator, kung ano po yung nabanggit ko kanina, yun po.
Nandoon ka the whole time, galing sa tube hanggang doon sa Villamor. Nandoon ka. Hindi mo rin alam. Hindi mo pa rin alam na hindi siya dinala sa judicial authority.
Yes, Mr. Senator.
Hindi mo alam.
Yes, Mr. Senator.
So you're lying. You're lying. Madam Chair, I move to cite in contempt Ambassador Lacanilaw.
Last chance, hindi mo alam if nilabas sa Villamor si PRRD? Hindi mo alam?
Hindi po, Madam Chair.
Okay, there's a motion to cite you in contempt. I have to affirm. There being no contrary motion, we uphold the motion to cite Ambassador Marcos Lacanlilao in contempt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm giving you the chance already kanina. Sabi ko nga, ayaw namin gamitin yung power to contempt dito, to cite in contempt, pero halata na nagsinungaling ka.
Nasa dokumento harap-harapan na po. Mahirap naman yung ganito, konting respeto
Ma'am,
po.
again, may I clarify again, please? Ma'am, it's an extradition form. That's why the questions are answerable by another jurisdiction, but not our jurisdiction. So it's very hard to answer something that works in a different manner.
Hindi nga sir, ang tinatanong namin sa kanya is kung nandun man siya the whole time, hindi man niya, alam niya na hindi dinala si President Duterte sa isang competent court.
Hindi nga ho
Tapos sabihin niya, hindi niya alam.
Kaya ho
Siya nga
nag-suffice.
nagsabi na siya nag-oversee sa operation. Tapos hindi niya alam na kung dinala o hindi.
I hope we can reconsider the contempt citing because, sir, kaya ho nag-suffice a certification of
Kanina pa
Prosecutor
kami
General.
nagre-reconsider, Secretary
Oh,
Boying. at
pero
saka
kaya ho
tatanggap
nag-suffice
po namin.
sa ICC. Kaya tinanggap nila yung certification po ng DOJ is because under their system of government, under the system of the ICC, ang prosecutor is competent judicial authority. That's why it's very foreign to Ambassador Lacanilao. Hindi naman ho madaling malaman yan until ho pinaliwanag yan ni Justice Ascuna sa atin.
Ay,
Na
hindi naman-
magkaiba po talaga
Hindi naman
ang pagtingin.
Hindi naman kailangan maliwanagan national. Sabi naman national ang liwanag naman po nun. Balikan na lang natin si General Torre. General Torre, ano ba talaga yung dahilan kung bakit nagmamadali? Sinabi mo na hindi naman
Madam Chair,
warrantless arrest.
you have ruled already the citing in contempt. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, if
Yes,
you may...
the ambassador is cited in contempt. I'm sorry. Yes, General Torre, please, we'd like you to be a little bit more forthright and straightforward. What is the real reason for the rush? You yourself said this was an arrest with a warrant. Therefore, no reglementary period as articulated by Article 125 applies. Bakit kayo nagmamadali? Eto nga, may sakit yung tao.
Ma'am, I don't have that impression na nagmamadali ako. I waited for 12 hours. I worked for 12 hours to make sure that he boards on the plane. Yung purpose namin is to bring him to the plane because that's the order. That's my order and that's my mission. So,
Who gave
hindi
you the
ako
order?
Sir,
Who gave you the order?
the Chief of the Philippine National Police, sir.
The Chief PNP. You are giving orders to the CIDG. Who gave you that order?
Sir, I'll invoke my executive privilege.
Bakit executive privilege po? Paano naging executive privilege po? Nangyari na, tapos na Sino nag-order
Ano ho yung tanong, ma'am?
po?
Can I know the question? Kasi before we continue, ma'am, I'd like to ask for the consideration of the body because can we have a 2 minutes break so I can just whisper it to you?
I'll give you the break very, very shortly, but in the meantime, can we just finish with Senator Bato's query? Oo, tapusin lang po natin, tapos mag-break po tayo. Okay, si Senator Bato, please. May tinatanong yata siya kay Chief PNP. At ito ay may kinalaman sa chain of command lang naman. Pakaliwanag. Sinabi na naman ni DOJ.
That's executive privilege po. Basta usapan na po within the executive department, hindi na ho namin pwedeng ilabas dito. I think those matters are matter of executive privilege.
Maliwanag
The decision-making process of the executive department, especially on the top level, kasama na po kami, ay executive privilege. But I have gone as far as saying, I gave the clearance.
Clearance, but not the order.
Well, it can be interpreted both ways, sir.
Well, klaruhin natin, sir. You gave the order or you gave the clearance
I gave the clearance to the SILG.
to the SILG?
Yes.
So meaning the SILG was the one who gave the orders to the PNP?
Well, that's why we are citing executive privilege, because we do not want to be drawn into this long discussion.
Yes, I'm sorry it's so long, but it's also because certain witnesses have been so evasive. Arresting the president or the former president is not a quintessential and non-delegable power of the president, di ba? Yun ang maliwanag sa Senate versus Ermita. Wala namang information that's not available elsewhere. Kasi pinag-usapan na ni General Torre na nautusan siya ni Chief PNP. So, ano yung problema sa executive privilege dito? Hindi naman kayo military o diplomatic corps, hindi naman diplomatic communications to ng Pilipinas at ICC. Wala naman kaming tinatanong sa ganon. Bakit hindi masagot yan? Maliwarag naman po yung Supreme Court at may limitasyon naman yung executive privilege. Tinatanong lang, sino nag-utos? Paano ba?
Ano ho kasi, decision-making process po ng executive department ay mahirap pong ilabas lahat ng nangyayari. Ito yung purpose ng executive privilege. That's the purpose, that's the reason why this doctrine was ruled, was drawn by the Supreme Court in the different cases. Kasi
Yes, that's
ito
right.
ang internal deliberations po ng cabinet at top-level leadership ay hindi po talaga pinag-uusapan. I think that we should give it to each other. Yung caucus po na Senate, hindi po pinag-uusapan yan. I was once as chief of staff, I witnessed a caucus of the senators, but I never spoke about it in my whole life because that is the way it works.
In Senate
Kasi kung meron po naging
Secretary Remulla, in Senate versus Ermita, it's very clear that General Torre is not covered by the claim of executive privilege. Arresting a person is not a quintessential and non-delegable power of the president. It's very clear. He's not a cabinet member. He's not even the chief PNP. And it's not like this information isn't available elsewhere.
And if it's available elsewhere, then we do not need the answer from him, Madam Senator.
We will let it go. Partida na lang. Marami tayong linggo na binigay ito. Pero sana mabigyan ninyo kami ng konting linaw kung bakit nagmamadali tayo ilabas ang dating Pangulo.
Madam Chair, ang sa akin lang ito, gusto ko bigyan ng DN is not really on the arrest. Yung pagbiyahe talaga, yung pagsakay ng eroplano, dinala sa dahig. Okay lang arrestuhin nyo. Dalhin ninyo sa competent court. Isurrender nyo sa RTC. Ipakulong ninyo dyan sa krami. Pero yung dinala, sinakay kaagad sa eroplano, very much premeditated na plano. Kaya gusto namin malaman kung sino nagbigay ng order. Yun lang naman ang gusto na yung malaman ng committee na ito.
Again, it's covered by executive privilege, sir. I'm sorry.
Even with General Torre,
Well, it will go up to our level already.
General Torre, and then
It will go up to our level already, ma'am. These are internal deliberations which do not have to be discussed in the open. Which should not be discussed in the open at all.
Executive decision?
I do not believe in executive sessions, sir, because
Yes.
I've experienced it here and in the House. Habang nag-executive session, may lumalabas na hong information, kaya wag na lang po.
But you requested for a 2-minute suspension. We hereby
Yes, yes.
suspend
Please,
for
please.
2 minutes for biological and other matters the hearing.